Okay, welcome back. Video number 2. So if we're looking at on the canvas, we got our lab instructions here. So if we're looking at the procedure, first step in the procedure says, hey, get some copper wire. So here I have a big spool of copper wire. It says we need 30 centimeters. Now 30 centimeters is equivalent to about 12 inches. So measure out, if you're in class, measure out about 12 inches of copper wire. And we're going to snip that. If you got 11.5 inches or 13 inches, that's fine. Approximately 12 inches, 30 centimeters. Now look, we're going to be using a test tube. Look at this. I take my copper wire, I put it in the test tube. Half of it, more than half of it is hanging out here. It's not in the test tube. It's not free to react. It's not available to react. So that's a problem. So what are we going to do? We're going to take a pencil. Where did my pencil go? 1 second. We're going to take a pencil and we're going to coil our copper wire around our pencil. The key is to have the coils a little bit tighter near the bottom. So I'm going to wrap it around my pencil. Not too tightly, because you wrap it around too tightly too, then you won't get it off. All right? You don't want to dip your pencil into the chemical reaction, right? Your pencil's gone then. We want to wrap it around, but not too tightly. And then at the end, you want to leave like a little handle. So I'm going to leave it like that. So check that out. So I coiled my wire, used my pencil, barely get it off, and I'm going to test it out. I'm looking at that's probably a little bit too short, right? I want a little piece of copper to stick out. So I'm going to stretch it a little bit. Let me check it again. I'll stretch it a little bit more. But notice most of my coils are near the bottom, so that way they're submerged in the solution of silver nitrate, so the copper is free to react. Any copper that is not in the solution will not be reacting. And our goal is to make as much copper available to react as possible. So let's zoom in here, the old manual zoom. Pick up the iPad and hold it closer. Let's check that out. So notice a little bit of copper hanging out. So when the reaction is all finished, we just boom. Oops, you ain't like that sound? Some people hate that sound. But yeah, you can pull it out, dip your hands in the chemical. And the reason why we don't want to dip our hands in the chemical, for obvious reasons, is because silver nitrate, silver reacts with light. And so if you get silver nitrate, if you get that on your skin, over the next couple hours, anytime you're exposed to sunlight, that silver is going to turn your skin purple. And there's no way to wash that off. So you'll have purple skin for the next couple days. And it can burn and cause a chemical burn too. So we want to avoid touching the silver nitrate because it will give you purple skin and could burn your skin. All right, so next step, we want to measure out between 0.55 and 0.65 grams of silver nitrate. This chemical is really expensive, so I don't want people transferring it back and forth, so I'll give you a little bit of a range here. So I'm going to weigh some out. You can't see it. If you're at home, virtual students, I'm going to give you some numbers to use. All right, but I'm going to use my scapula and start out small. And I want to turn my scale on. It timed out on me and auto shut off. So I'm going to, when it reads 0.00, I'm going to put my weighing dish on. And then I'm going to press the 0 button. So right now, with the weighing dish on, it's reading 0.00. That's what I want. So I'm going to add some silver nitrate until I can get to 0.55, 0.65. So always start out slow. You don't want to dump a ton on because it's an expensive chemical. So I'm at 0.36. I barely put any on, I feel like. All right. Got 0.65. I'm going to stop this video and we'll make a third video to show you what it looks like as it's reacting.